Hey YouTube, Sokyo here, and there's a bit of an interesting thing about the solar system. So if you look at all of the planets in the solar system and you look at their magnetic poles, where the magnetic fields are sticking out of them, what you find is almost every single planet in the solar system, its magnetic field and North Pole is facing perpendicular to the plane of the solar system. So if this is the planet's North Pole and this is the South Pole, the solar system goes out in a plane cutting through it. But there's one planet that doesn't follow this rule, and of course it's Uranus. Uranus, in truth, sits like this. It actually sits facing the sun in terms of North Pole. And this is not known why it happened. However, it's believed that a huge object could have hit Uranus some time ago, like absolutely massive because of how large it is as an ice giant, and it knocked it off of its previous inclination and caused it to lie almost on its side. And also, did you know that Uranus has rings? In fact, every single gas giant, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, all of them have rings. Even though Saturn's are the most famous because they're the most vibrant, every other gas giant has rings, and the inner planets don't have them, which it might sound a bit weird, but of course the inner planets are far smaller and their gravitational pull is far weaker, so it's harder for them to capture objects as well. But also, Uranus was the first planet to be discovered, kind of, because all the other planets have been known throughout human history and were visible throughout all of human history because you can see them with the naked eye. You don't need any aid to see them. However, that wasn't the case with Uranus. In fact, you can't see it with the naked eye, and it's the same with Neptune. And so in the 1780s, William Herschel, a British astronomer, accidentally discovered it, and he didn't think it was a planet until further observations of it. And he almost ended up naming this planet that he discovered after he found out that it wasn't a star and instead it was a planet that had never been seen before in human history, likely. He almost called it the Georgian Sidus, or the Georgian Star. However, of course, this wasn't kept as a name because it was just named because of the British monarch at the time, because Herschel was British, and so at least they decided to change it to a silly name.